Good morning, students. Let us move on to a very interesting chapter, that is transportation in plants and animals. Now, when I say transportation, what is transportation? Transportation means transfer of any substance from one place to another. Quite easy, isn't it? We'll see in plants and animals what are the various things to be transported or what is the need of transportation. For example, you all have learned in chapter respiration that the food that we eat or the oxygen that we breathe in goes to each and every cell. Now, how does it reach to each part of the body? Or you can say, how can it be transported to every part? So here comes our circulatory system. Okay, so circulatory system plays a very important role in the transportation. This circulatory system consists of mainly three components. That is, the first one is blood, the second is blood vessels, and the third one is the most important part of the body, that is the heart. H-E-A-R-T is heart. And children, I have heard many times many of the children pronounce it as hurt. Please children, make it a point that hurt is H-U-R-T. Okay, and H-E-A-R-T is heart. Clear? So we will study about all these one by one. First is the blood. Okay, so what is the blood? Blood is the fluid which flows in the blood vessels. Okay, and this, just now I told you, blood is the fluid which flows in blood vessels. Okay, so actually this blood, it is composed of a fluid called the plasma. Okay, so it is, plasma is the fluid part of the blood. Okay, so just now when I told you that blood is the fluid which flows in the blood vessels, so why it is a fluid? Because the fluid part, blood, is made up of or composed of a fluid called as the plasma. Okay, and blood has got mainly three functions. Okay, the first function is transportation of digested food from small intestine to all parts of the body. You have studied in the second chapter that all the digested food, the process of digestion ends in the small intestine, and when the digestion is over, then from the small intestine it is transported, the digested food is transported to all the parts. And how it is transported? It is taken by the blood. Okay, then the second function is it carries oxygen from lungs to each and every cell. This also you have studied in respiration. Oxygen, the oxygen reaches the blood, and this oxygen the oxygen reaches the lungs. Okay, and from the lungs it has to be carried to each and every cell. And how it is carried? It is carried by the blood. And the third important function of the blood is it transports waste for the removal. Okay, that means whatever waste is in the body, present in the body, that is also transported by the blood, and it is taken out for removal. Okay, so these are the main three functions of the blood. And just now, as I told you, the blood is made up of a fluid called as the plasma, and it is in this fluid that you find the different types of cells. Okay, the different types of cells are suspended in the plasma, and we will see what are the different types of the cell that are suspended in the plasma. Okay, now again, this blood, I told you that it has got mainly different types of cells. Okay, and again, this blood has mainly three components. Okay, and what are the three main components? The first one is RBC. RBC means red blood cell. The second one is WBC, that is white blood cells. And the third one is platelets. Okay, so all these three have got different functions. The first one is the RBC or the red blood cell. This red blood cell contains a red pigment called the hemoglobin. Okay, the hemoglobin. So what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a red colored pigment. It is because of the hemoglobin that the blood appears red in color. Okay, this question usually comes. Okay, so why is your blood red in color? Your blood is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. Okay, and what is the function of hemoglobin? Hemoglobin binds with oxygen. Okay, hemoglobin mixes with oxygen and it gets transported to all the parts of the body. Okay, so that means if there is no hemoglobin, it will be very difficult to provide oxygen to each and every part of or each and every cell of the body. So you can see that hemoglobin, or you can say the RBC, is so important. Clear? Then the second cell is the WBC or the white blood cells. White blood cells are also called as the soldiers of the body. Why are they called the soldiers of the body? Because the WBC, it fights against all the germs that enters the body. Fight against all the germs. Okay? Fight against all the germs that enters the body. You can say the germs or the unwanted materials, pathogens, whatever is entering the body, it is the WBC which fights against all the pathogens or the germs. So that is why WBC or white blood cells are called as the soldiers of the body. The third component of the blood is the platelets. Okay, so platelets are also very important. Why? You all must have seen, children, that whenever your fingers or anywhere there is a cut or an injury in your finger or your body part, what happens? Immediately blood starts coming out. Okay, and you must have also noticed that after few minutes, after 2 to 3 minutes, your blood automatically stops, isn't it? So why is it? Why is that your blood which was flowing, it has automatically stopped? It is because it forms a clot. Your blood forms a clot, and this clot is formed due to the presence of a special type of cell in the blood which are called as the platelets. Clear, children? So platelets are important for clotting of the blood. If there are no platelets, your blood will not get clotted, or you can say if you get an injury, you may continuously keep on bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and finally you may die due to bleeding. Okay, so if there are no platelets, your blood will not clot, and if any accidents or anything occurs, a person may bleed to death. So that is why platelets are very important. So I hope, children, that this much is clear to all of you. Okay, RBC is red blood cell, WBC is white blood cell, and platelets are another cell which are responsible for clotting of the blood. Please, children, this chapter has got many new things which you have not learned before. Whenever I am teaching, please read the chapter properly, otherwise you won't be able to understand anything. So please read the chapter till here. Thank you.